every time I pull up at the let out, it's a spectacle.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Let Out. This is another great episode. I want to start by going ahead and introducing my co-host, Sylvia.
Hey.
I want to introduce my other co-host, Chris. And me, Will, a.k.a. Bob. We got to get it started tonight. It's the night before Mother's Day. So we got a lot of good stuff. We're going to start out today. We're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to start out with the surprise topic. And for the surprise topic, I want to discuss beauty. Is it really in the eye of the beholder? Or are we just trying to make ugly people feel better? I want to know. That's what I want to know. I want to know, like, when we say certain things, like, you know, oh yeah, well, you know, she cute and she got high self-esteem, or, you know, saying even though she don't look that good on the outside, it's in the inside that counts. All the bullshit that go with that. So I want to know what's your thoughts on that? Like, is ugly really in the eye of the beholder, or do we all really honestly know what the true definition and what ugly looks like?
We know. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in, man. Look, we straight up know what ugly look like. And I think what it is people like to, you know, like you said, they like to make ugly people feel a little better and say, hey, this is, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. No, the thing is, you're seeing what you want to see. We all know what aesthetics look like. There's certain things about symmetry. Symmetry, proportion, all of that. Your features have to go together. You can't have, man, one long foot and a wide back. Like, no, we know that motherfucker that's shaped like an upside down triangle. That's not sexy. We know that. We know what that is. But and the beauty of the beholder, that person can have an awesome personality. Like and that's just the reality of it. The reality, I would also say, is some people are a little more deeper than others, which means they look at the personality first before they look at outer beauty. Now, it is definitely possible to fall in love, not even fall in love, but just be attracted to or favor somebody's personality so much so to where physical beauty may take a back seat. But you know that motherfucker ugly.
But at the end of the day, okay. All right. Sylvia?
I definitely believe that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because what you may see as an attraction, somebody else may not see as an attraction, or what you may see as unattractive, somebody may not see unattractive. You have people, you know, like case in point, there are guys who love BBWs. They don't want to date nobody but BBWs. They this big right here, but they want this. You know what I mean? You have something that
you're right.
You have something.
Like she just really
if you get to a certain way, or you know your shape get a certain out of hand, they're not attracted to you anymore. And I think it really just depends on what a person's preference is, more so than, you know, the physical. And then I do agree with Chris when he said, you know, a person might have a good personality, they may be deep or whatever, and you know, you can look past it. Because I've talked to women that say, you know, I know he's not a looker, you know, he's not easy on the eye, but he treats me good, you know, he's real sweet, he's real nice, whatever. I just honestly think that me personally, I gotta have some kind of physical attraction to you.
Hey, what you said, Sylvia.
I got you.
We definitely gotta have some balance. That's what it's about. It's about that balance.
You can dress ugly up, because you know you done seen some fly ass niggas that's ugly as hell,
man.
But they attractive because they fresh and they stay on point,
man. Yeah, hey, you can take a barbecue frog looking bitch and dress up, and hey, she looking like something. And you know what I said? Long as the hair and the clothes on point, hey. And don't let her have a little ass too, you know.
It helps. So I wanna agree with Sylvia, but no, I want to say this. Here's what I think. I think that somebody like a BBW, I think that's more of a preference of size for feeling, as opposed to looking. I don't think that they think the person is beautiful. I just think that they like what they feel.
No, I'm gonna say this. I've seen some fine big girls though.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like, because just going to what Sylvia says as far as, you know, if they only like BBWs, I'm saying like just for the size portion of it. There's a beauty in all shapes and sizes. Yeah. But they beauty. Yeah. Beauty has its look. Like, I don't give a fuck, that motherfucker has prerequisites. That motherfucker has characteristics, and there has to be a defining point to say what is ugly and what is pretty. If you say it's in the eye of the beholder, I think that we're looking at what the person is dealing with as opposed to what a person really considers to be beautiful. Like, I think when you say, oh yeah, you know, the personality is great, you're not saying that you still ain't saying the motherfuckers is not ugly. You just saying, I love their personality. Like you just said, Sylvia, nigga be fly as a motherfucker. But then, you know what I'm saying, he be fly as fuck. But at the end of the day, when people see him, they be like, that's a fly ugly ass nigga. At the end of the day, you still gonna be, that title is still gonna be there. Even if it's ugly, it's kind of like black and bald head.
It is, it's just there. It's there.
Like, when motherfuckers see you, that's all they see.
It's ugly.
Man, when you ugly, bald head, and black as fuck. But when you either one of them, that's all people gonna see. It's gonna be like if motherfucker get mad at you, black mother, bald head, mother, ugly mother. I'm telling you, you gonna be all of them. And then when you see these girls in here and you see them say, oh yeah, you know, I'm so beautiful and this and that. Hey, it's also good. It's good to have that self-prep talk. But at the end of the day, you know what you're looking at in the mirror, which is why after all that prepping, you still talking about how you want to go to the surgeon, or you want to lose weight, or you want to do this and you want to do that, because you know what the truth is. You know that truthfully, you understand the difference between beauty and unattractive.
And that's why you find the ugly dudes that stay fly, because they know they ugly as hell.
They know.
They gotta have something to their advantage.
They know. It ain't no, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, when I look at this motherfucker, I see a handsome ass nigga. Nah, what you see is a nigga that's fly. And you see a nigga.
Hey man, nigga just work, and nigga out here working with what they got, man.
You see an ugly ass nigga with Gucci on. That's what you see. You know, ugly as fuck.
Distractions, man. You seeing distractions.
That's all you see it. Ugly. Hey man, that motherfucker have characteristics. It's like I said before, if you can't tell me that, it's just like when you see somebody, it flip-sided and say ugly, right? You're not gonna tell me that you can tell somebody that's ugly, but then when you see somebody pretty, you can't tell the difference.
You know it, bro.
Vice versa. When you ugly as motherfucker, you can't tell me that you looking at a pretty ass Beyonce or a pretty Kelly Rowland or a pretty Shakira or Jennifer Lopez, and you looking like the girl that stay on Lil Duval page.
Yes, bro. That little ugly bitch. I was just thinking about her.
When you looking like that, you can't tell me you don't know the difference.
She knows she ugly.
There's no beholding. We talked about that before. You can't, ain't no beholding that. You ugly.
And you know you ugly.
You know ugly. Just like you know, I'll put it to you like this. Again, overweight, ugly, same thing. Like you can say, oh yeah, overweight is in the eye of the beholder. No, it ain't. That scale of your motherfucking ass is overweight. At the end of the fucking day. I'm just saying, like that scale say what it say.
Hey man, there's some facts. It's some facts in here, man. It's some facts.
I'm just saying, because if you say like, oh, you know, because somebody could say, oh, nah, you as a dude, well, I'm gonna say as a female. Somebody could say, oh, as a female, it's in the eye of the beholder. So when they see 255 pounds on the scale as a female, they're like, oh, you ain't big at all.
At all? At all? Not at all.
Like, come on, dog. Like, we know what overweight is. Stop playing with these people, man. Just say, girl, you ugly, but it don't mean nothing. You can still get by. You can still do your thing.
Man, you carry it right, baby.
There you go. You
carry it.
Good.
Crazy.
Girl, you carry the shit out there ugly. You better work. I'm just saying, like, if you ugly, just take it.
And there are some that work it, but you know what's funny is some people, and I've seen it, that you will be like, this dude like fine as hell, and you know you'll think he'll want a certain type of woman, or woman look a certain type of way, and you look to see who he gravitates to. You be like,
that's because that's what his preference is. You can tell him like, yeah, she ugly, man. He know it, but he like, man, just what I like everything about her. That's just what he like. Don't negate the fact that she ugly.
He like everything about it, include the ugly.
He looking over the ugly because he like it's other things that he like.
Ask because he said I like everything about her, so I just want to know if he liked the ugly too. That's all.
He got to.
You got to.
He ain't no choice. That come with the other shit that he do like. It's a package deal, nigga. That's a package deal. You can't like motherfucker be like, yeah, you know, the ugly though. Like, nah, nigga, that shit go with it.
If he like everything about her, then that means that loves make you look past. You know, you can love somebody so much that they don't look, well, you know, I really like everything about him. I love him this much. They don't look that bad. They not as ugly as I thought they was.
No, because the first time it's just like the N-word. The first time you get mad at a motherfucker, you're gonna be like ugly motherfucker. I'm telling you, every time. It never fails. Like you got
That's just like the black bald head.
black, bald head, ugly. When the white people say the N-word, whenever motherfucker get mad, the truth come out. You know
Hey.
That's just that, man. I don't know what to say. But yeah, it is what it is, man. You know what I wanted to talk about too?
What's that?
And this is kind of like we going off the dome, whatever, some scrap episodes or whatever. But I kind of want to know what petty solves. That was another.
Hey, I petty as fuck. So that is a good one.
That's one of the things that like that was gonna be a surprise topic for like next week or something. But we're gonna throw them out. Like, what is petty? Like, I find that sometimes these episodes are therapeutic. And
yes.
One of the things that I wanted to do for the people that's watching the shows is to understand that when you talk, even with us, come in on the videos and you talk about these things, it actually helps you realize things about yourself and try to correct things about yourself. Because during the taping of these episodes, or the recording, so to speak,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I've listened to some of the things that everybody else says. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm already self-aware. I'm self-aware as hell. But it helps me rekindle my self-awareness and just kind of keep it fresh and learn more about myself when we talk these things out. So I want to know, what does petty really solve? Like, is it like this feeling of, yeah, now what? You know what I'm saying? Like what are we really getting?
That's the feeling, because it ain't solving shit. Petty ain't solving a goddamn thing.
At all.
It solved my man.
Make you feel good about what you said to the person that took you to the petty point. That's it. I know.
That's a good way. That's a good way.
It solve your man, fool. I swear it do. It solves man. It solves the hell out of your man. Because guess what? All I really need to know is, because you piss me off, watch this. Watch me piss you off. Don't. Now I done figured out and pissed you off now. Now I'm under your skin. I'm finna dig to the motherfucking bone now.
Right.
Get your ass. I'm gonna.
Hey. So what you're saying is, it's really not. It's not helpful at all, outside of the fact that you feel better about it.
It's fun, shit. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. So antagonizing and anger is fun, because that's what petty is. Petty slick anger.
Wait a minute. Hold up, Will. Now you know doggone well, as petty as we are with each other.
Nigga, your ass too.
Oh, don't buck your eyes.
That's what I'm saying. But that's the whole purpose of the conversation, because like we the kings and queens of petty. So I mean, like, but sometimes, a lot of times, we a little different petty though. It's more of a petty as in like
comedic.
Noticing like something wrong and really gonna tell you about it. Petty enough to not let shit slide. Like that type of petty. Even though that's kind of the same petty, because when you petty, you're not letting shit slide.
Nothing.
And I think it trickles over into like regular life. Like, you can't separate the two, because it's like, even when I'm doing it in a comedy sense, I'm still doing it in an angry sense as well. So even when I go to my wife or I'm petty with my son, like, you know, I just be like, my man 3 years old, and I be on some, you ain't share your fucking chips. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, hey man, nigga, petty.
I do it with the grands. I be like, Logan to get on FaceTime, he be like, hey Gigi, where Papa? Okay, keep that same energy.
When you come, bring your ass over here.
Keep that same energy when you here and he in there watching TV.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you why I think petty is there. I think because what the deep down, I guess, subconscious feeling of petty is, because we all know that nobody understands how shit feel till they feel it.
Yeah.
I think that's, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You be like a motherfucker pinch you, they'll laugh and shit. You be like, okay.
All right,
so that shit funny to you. Oh, okay.
You know
what I'm saying?
Man, watch it. I'm gonna trip your ass. You right. Your ass
and
down
now,
this damn
when you see a nigga hurt, you be like, see, told you. You know, and it's like, so it's pretty much more of a, I won't say a vindictive, but
it is.
It is vindictive, but it's more of a, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want people to feel what you feel. That's like the core of it. At the end of the day, like, you need to feel how I feel, or you need to feel how you made me feel.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like how I felt, rather. And so I think that's the core of petty. Does it really solve anything outside of what Chris says? I think honestly it can, though. Right? Because we say it don't solve shit, but what it solves is
You ain't gonna try that shit again, are you?
Right. And sometimes, you know,
ain't solving shit when you got two petty ass people going back.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Man, but 3 rights make a left.
That's a fact. So, but here's the thing: like, if you, I don't know. I think some people need it though. Sylvia. I think some people need.
Be wrong. I ain't saying it's not necessary, but what I'm saying is, okay. I guess it depends on the situation. Whatever it is you're being petty about. Like you said, need it. Some folks probably get the lesson once you're petty with them and they get it back. But you know, if you got two people that's extremely petty, who learning what? What is it solving? Nothing. It's just an ongoing petty ass battle.
Let me ask you this though.
Let's say.
Go ahead.
Now, I'd like to see a 50 Cent meet another 50 Cent.
That shit gonna be going on and on.
see, here's the thing. Like, look at this. So, let's say, what can you solve? What good is it? I think you need petty to a degree, because what good is it if, let's say, you know, either one of y'all mates like super petty all the time? Like, what's to motivate them from stopping ever? Like, who gonna sit in the house and let somebody else continue to be petty for 20, 30 years without ever being petty?
Oh yeah, no, that's
also turn the other cheek shit.
But I'm saying you got a constant ongoing petty ass battle, like.
But you gotta have it though.
Hey, you're right. You do sometimes.
But to a certain degree, it kind of keeps things going. You know what I mean?
It's the equilibrium of the whole situation.
It's the comedic side to me. Oh, okay, goddamn, that's what you want to do. Okay, I got your ass.
Yeah, that part. But what about when it's that petty that
somebody gotta grow up.
Right. It's that petty. It's that petty where like it's the argument petty.
Yeah.
Or the mad petty.
Like I don't know. Like I'm just thinking of something real petty. Like, nigga, how about the tires for your car? I'm taking them hoes off. They mine.
That's petty.
That's petty as hell. I don't think we're really out here doing it.
But somebody is. Do it. Somebody doing it. Did you hear what he said, Sylvia?
What did he say?
He said.
No, what I was saying is, what if I bought you some tires for your car? We get to arguing. They're my motherfucking tires. Take them off. I want them off right now. Nigga.
Can you take them off and leave the motherfuckers on cinder blocks?
Bricks. I'm taking them with me.
Cinder blocks.
Happen?
Huh?
You think it ain't never happened?
That's what I'm saying. It's somebody out there that's really that kind of petty.
Absolutely.
Here's the
I think I aspire to be that kind of petty one day. I ain't
but this is why I say you got to grow up. Because if you know you that damn petty to extreme, you got to realize that shit was wrong as fuck. Let me go put these guys back on.
Was it though wrong? Because my thing is like,
but somebody has to be when it comes to something like that, even to get it resolved, somebody got to be grown. Somebody got.
But what if it's always?
I don't want to be grown. I'm gonna be petty.
What you say?
I don't want to be grown.
What about if it's always me though? Like if I'm not always the one that's growing up.
Want to always be fucking petty?
No, I'm saying I'm the one that's always like turning the other cheek, like letting you be petty. So at one point, is it really petty when I finally say, okay, so you're gonna leave me? Leave for these cinder blocks.
No, it's not. That's when the lesson learned.
Man, what? I feel your car. I'm gonna siphon all this shit out.
That's a fact.
That's when the lesson learned.
That's petty, even though I'm burping gas. At least.
Man, what? And I know you ain't got $20.
Look, bitch, I told you, hey man, I don't care. I don't care, man. You gotta shit, damn man. I don't care. For me, sometimes you need petty. Like I don't think it solves a lot, but I do think that in certain instances, people need to understand, because I know people that, like, I'm gonna tell you what petty is. Petty is like, okay, I done call you 6 times in a week, and you ain't answer. And then you call me when you need something, or you call me when you want to talk. I'm looking at your phone number, laughing at that bitch. Cause at that point,
I am definitely that guy.
I'm that petty. And so like my thing is, you're not gonna understand until, if I keep doing that, you're gonna keep feeling like you that motherfucker that can do that to me.
Right.
Like you that person that can think that my call ain't shit, but yours is. Like that's how I feel. Like that's petty.
So that petty, or is that I'm not gonna take this shit no more and I don't want to deal with that, so I'm not gonna deal with it.
It's
so
still petty. It's still petty because both of y'all being petty. That person ignoring your call, and obviously because it's been like you've been calling like 3-4 times through a week, and so that person ignoring your call, obviously, and then now you doing the same thing. So yeah, it's petty.
I don't think that the person that has been calling and all of a sudden you want to call them back and they don't answer, I don't think they're being petty. It's just that, like, you know what, I called you X amount of times, you ain't answered the phone. This is not on your time. It's not being petty.
That's
but
petty.
When you
it's petty if you ain't doing shit though. If you ain't doing shit, it's petty.
No, it's
I don't think it's petty. Yeah, that's it.
It's the principles of it.
But that's petty though. The principle, the fact that it's principle is the petty part.
No, that's not petty. That's not
petty. You got me fucked up. that's the ultimate at the end of the story. You got me fucked up. You think
that's what I'm saying.
You call me when I need something, when you need something.
That's what petty is. Petty is on principle, nigga.
Hey, I'm gonna show you really need me because I ain't coming through. Find another way.
Exactly, principle. Because now it's like that's how I'm looking at it though.
Yeah.
That's just, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore because you showed me where I stand with you. That's not petty. That's just like I'm finna show you how to treat me. Yeah. You can't just handle me like that and expect.
But you can tell them.
I've had to do that in real life. So I know what y'all talking about.
Some people you can tell them. You have to show them.
But how do you know that if you never told them?
Some people have to show them.
I'm saying, how do you know that telling them don't work unless you try to tell them?
Okay, so when I talk to you again, I tell you. Okay,
yeah, but you ain't gonna talk to me again because you're being petty.
But that's your.
I mean, this whole conversation is like real life. I've definitely done this shit.
We don't know because you petty.
So this is what we were saying to the people out there in the audience: stop being fucking petty. Or if you're gonna do something, do it on principle. Stand for something, you'll fall for any damn thing. So and it also says that. Yup, motherfucker, we looking at the phone, we see you calling, but fuck you, pay me. You ain't
you're not getting it.
We don't be being petty just because you were being petty. So
no, we all petty as fuck. So
that's a fact. I ask most people though. People ain't gonna admit it. Like people be like, man, I was so damn busy, I ain't even see your call. No, you saw it, you just being petty. On to the next conversation. So you know what I'm saying? That's what they do. All right. I got another one, man. This might be a good one. How much do we really care about what other people think? Like I'm pulling out. I have a good surprise topic for today. And
look,
you know what I'm saying?
Chris had to pause because he's gonna say, "I really don't give a fuck," but you got to think about it.
Yeah, I really don't, but then I really do. You know what? And you have to.
Right.
All right, and I'm gonna jump out there, man. Your reputation in the real world, people say that they don't give a fuck about what people think about it.
That's
in
a
the
lie.
Real world, yes, you do, because your reputation is everything.
Yeah.
What people think of you is everything. So, man, and the way, and we talk about this shit. We've talked about it on several times. The way that we even act at work when we're in our interviews, you're talking to your superiors or whatever. It's a different way. You think because you do care about what they think of you. Look, we don't dress. All right, quarantine. My ass ain't been dressing like shit at the house. Want me to tell you why? Because I don't give a damn what. I don't give a damn because ain't nobody seeing me. But when I go to work, look,
spiffed up.
Yep. Gotta get a little spiffy because I do slightly give a damn, even if it's just a little bit.
You got to give a damn.
That's like even with posting pictures on social media. I don't, y'all probably don't do them like females do, but I know we take 50, 11 goddamn pictures. That's just right. To get one picture that we feel like we gonna post that, oh shit, this the one right here, we look good at, baby, right. Eyebrows done, hair ain't done. We ain't just gonna post no random picture and put them up out there. So it to some degree you care about what people say. You may have put some stuff out there, they be like, I don't give a damn what they say about this and put this out, this me. You're not gonna do too many of those.
Right.
But for the most part, you shit, this the one right here, because I know I done went through several. Okay, let me start by the process.
Get that right.
Like let me go back again. I don't like these. Let me go back again. I don't like these.
Right.
Steven, we be in the car. I'm a selfie in the car. Goddamn queen. Steve be
going somewhere.
Oh, shit, she go again. Mind your goddamn business. I'm
right.
gonna take out so we get to wherever we want to. And if that ain't done, when we get back in the car, we'll start all over again.
Yeah. See, yeah, you know what? We had this conversation a long time back, but it just goes back to that, and I'll kind of move over into what I think about it. But I want to say it a while back that women, I say this about women, but it's men too, because men are automatic, but that women get dressed for other people. And I said that it's automatic that men do like certain things for women, like because 99% of the shit we do is for women. We don't give a fuck about ourselves. We don't care about the next nigga. Like we just don't care. But in saying that, I think it's just very true because at the end of the day, like you said, what people think about you matters. It may not, now it may be lower levels on certain things where you try to say, to yourself, you know what, I can't worry about what other people think. I got to do me, blah, blah, blah. But it's like Chris said, during quarantine, for the most part, you have to tell yourself, like, I think one day I got dressed up because I had to tell myself that morning when I went to work, like, you know what, get presentable just to get presentable because that's what I do. Because I tell myself all the time because it's a good percentage true, but at the end of the day, subconsciously, not thinking, I am still getting dressed for somebody, for the perception of other people. Because like a lot of the times, like I just like fashion, so I just get dressed. I don't really be thinking about nobody. I just do me for the creative side. However, at the end of that, me not even just thinking about it, it's still you care about what other people think and how they see you and perceive you in that sense.
Listen. Let me let you. I know to some degree we all care about perception because we with the job that we made it right.
Right.
At a certain point that we was like, I can't wear this shit to work. I ain't going to work like this because if I go to work like this, they ass gonna be on me today.
I do that even during that fucking.
I was like, I looked at myself. I was like, I can't wear this shit here today because if I wear this shit here today,
they gonna do it.
With it, they see some shit, they gonna be on my ass, and I ain't got time.
I'm telling you.
And tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying, Sylvia. We all do that shit even now when we go out to dinner and shit. Tell me I'm lying.
Yeah, like when we meet up and go to dinner. Absolutely, you're not gonna wear no skirt.
We looking for some. We looking for some.
Wait, I think and if you watch Alicia, she not on here, but she about to get this work. If you watch Alicia, when she gets on, she's like tidying up, making sure she's good. Even if it's just us and we on Skype and we BSing, what I'm saying? She'll wear something. She always trying to make sure that she looks a certain way. So for anybody, including her or everybody, that say that they don't give a fuck about nobody,
they lie.
Even the people, they lie. And even the people that try so hard not to give a fuck because you give a fuck that people think that you don't give a fuck. So at the end of the day, you still thinking about what people are thinking, whether it's a negative reason or not. What about in a sense of like people that I guess what about in the sense of people like they think about your attitude or things like that, or like how you are. Do we care about what people think about how we are as opposed to like how we look and things like that?
I will say when I was younger, I didn't care. Like in my 20s, when I was in like high school, I didn't care. Like my attitude, out of all my friends, I had the absolute worst. And they'll say now, you've come a long ways. Like I didn't care because I was who I was. And if you made me feel some type of way, or I felt some type of ways about something, I didn't give a damn how I expressed it to you. I didn't give a damn how you took it. And then it took for me to be told on more than one occasion, you don't know how to talk to people. Right. And also took for me to see that other people gravitate, because the same group of friends that I have now, the same group of friends that I've always had in school, and see where people will more gravitate to them versus me, or conversate with, they'll conversate, we're all together. Right. But, if they got there to cherry pick who they would want to talk to, it would not be me, because my attitude was just, don't nobody want to deal with it. You know what I mean? Right. So I had to say, hey, I do care. Right. That I don't want to be perceived as the person that always got the nasty attitude. I was going to pop off and talk to other. So you got to change it. So because people tell me, fuck you, I don't care. This is me. You take it or leave it. No, it ain't leave it.
Until you realize people start leaving it.
Yes, that's it.
That's
and
what it
you
is.
don't want to be left.
That's
so
true.
You gotta. I had to, because I was one of the ones in my 20s, and so now if I feel like I'm gonna go left field, I'll get quiet and not say nothing at all.
Right. I
say anything at all. And sometimes it may take me a minute to get my thoughts together before I say what I need to say. Right. Because I was one of the ones on the job, I ain't care. But now, I care because I know better. When you know better, you do better.
That's a fact. That's a flat out fact. So with that, let me ask this. I know they keep coming, but like, let me ask, why can't we be honest anymore? You know how like honesty, like when you admire the honesty of a child, and like people can laugh at the honesty of a child as opposed to get pissed off at it. Like I know we talked about this on one of the other podcasts with a little girl was sitting in between grandma's legs while she was doing this. Doing that.
Yeah, I remember.
And she was honest. She just told her, you stinking.
It's stink there.
Right, you stink down there. But like right now, like kids will tell you like how they really feel. Why can't we do that? Why? And I know the reason why, as opposed, I mean, in the sense of the real world, but like can we get back to that? Or why aren't we being as honest? You don't have to be honest to be I mean, you don't have to be mean to be truthful, right? So why can't we get back to that honesty? Chris.
I think the biggest reason why people aren't as honest as as they probably should be or could be,
right,
is because they're scared of what the recipient's reaction will be. I think that's probably the biggest thing. Because a lot of cases, there's people out here that'll get on your ass, especially if you tell them something that they don't want to hear.
Right.
For me, and I kind of based this on one of our previous podcasts that we've done. I think when you start out as a person that's truthful and genuine, it's easily acceptable. Which is, you know, how we say all of our friendship came about. Our friendships came about because we were always truthful. You know, right. If we start out on, you know, only telling you the shit that you want to hear, if I come out of left field and then tell you something that ruffle your feather, you gonna look at the whole relationship a little different. Right. That ain't the case for it. We've been talking shit since day one.
But so that ties so that ties back into caring about what people think then, right? Because why would you get mad if I'm being honest if caring what other people think and caring what I think is involved?
Or do you? I mean, you could also care about your relationship with the person a little bit more. I know how you would how XYZ may typically react. I think I care about the relationship a little bit.
Well, no, the other person. I'm saying on the receiving end, like
on the receiving.
That's what I'm saying. You thinking that you caring about what people think, and you caring about what I get. Obviously, I guess you care about what I think because I'm trying to tell you something that's honest, and you get mad. And I think it's because I'm going against. Go ahead, Sylvia.
Well, I think that with that, you know, you try to be honest with somebody and try to tell them something honest about themselves, and they're looking at you like, how can you tell me about me when you're like this? Or when you do.
Yeah.
They're all tying in.
And it's that laundry list. That laundry list just showed back up, Will.
It's tying it
in. I like what you're doing with this. Because I see what you're doing. I like it though. But, you know, people were like, how dare you judge me when your nose not clean either, or you got skeletons in your closet, so how dare you judge me, rather than take that honesty and be like, okay. And then I guess it depends on who it comes from. You know, I always go back to my friends because we've been friends since like kindergarten coming up. Right. You know, it may not be what I want to hear, but I know, like you said, we start out with honesty. I already know you shoot the hip. You're not gonna tell me what I want to hear. You gonna tell what you see. If you don't like it, oh well, I still love you. When you calm your nerves down, you feel like you want to talk to me again, call me.
Yeah, you should be thanking me though. Yeah, like, I think
absolutely.
Yeah, you should be thanking me because I don't come when I'm being honest with you. I don't come often. Like people like that, and me, in a sense of I'm saying me as in general of the honest person or whatever. But people like me that's being honest with you and telling you the real, they don't come often. Yeah, it's gonna be some ruffled feathers. Yeah, we're gonna have some debates because the truth sting like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I respect the person that's being 100 with me if they being 100 and not just being a hater.
Just being on some junk.
You gotta know the difference. I think everybody think that everybody is a hater when they tell something against what they want to believe. But nobody that's hanging around you hates you unless you are an evil person and you just not a likable person.
And they're benefiting from being around you in some sort of way.
Right. You know, and it's funny because this generation is huge on if you tell somebody the truth about themselves, you being a hater, and honestly, my Taurus child she's straight from the hip. She shoots straight from the hip. She's straightforward. She's not for the sugarcoating, and she's had some friendships that she's had like since she was like in junior high to diminish because
she being honest.
Yeah. But I mean, even with me, you know what I mean? And I guess maybe it started with me because I would tip my kids down because I'm not a perfect parent. I make mistakes, okay? Right. And it get to a point where I feel like it was just too much turmoil in my house. Like everybody's on edge and everybody got an attitude. Everybody, it's time to sit down and have a powwow. So I would sit them down and, hey, I need you to tell me, what is there anything that I'm doing to make you feel any type of way? I need you to be honest with me. Like, I'm not holding it against you. There's no, be honest with me about what you feel like I'm doing. And it hurt his things. I'm like, dang, I realized I was coming off like that.
Right.
And I really have to do it on an average, like every 6 months.
So you know what?
And be honest with me. Tell me. And so now, you know, they, it took a couple of them a little bit more. That Tara she don't care. She to this day. As a matter of fact, earlier this week, we was shooting straight from the hip.
Right.
Tara coming. She coming. But so I sit back. They make me sit back and retrospect and think like, hey, my kids love me.
That's what you need.
They don't have no reason to lie to me about who they think I am. They gonna tell me, mama, hey. So yeah.
And a lot of it is tact too. A lot of it is just going, tactful and how you tell people. Yeah. Sometimes it ain't just, I can tell you the exact same thing, but set the stage for it and kind of let me know why you saying other, like, man, look, I'm sick of you doing X, Y, Z. You need to stop doing this. Look, this is why, or these are some examples of how this is negatively affecting you, the situation, or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's really about setting the stage and just letting people know. Versus, like you said, Sylvia, like I said, your daughter shoot from the hip. That might scare off some of her friends, like you said. That shoot from the hip might scare off. Sometimes for certain people, you got to set that stage for what you about to say.
Which is crazy, though.
I struggle with that because I don't know how to.
Sugarcoat.
Yeah, because I feel like if I do, I'm gonna miss my point that I'm trying to make to you. So I have to go just shoot straight from the hip, and it's still to this day an issue. Like it's still a problem.
I can understand because you might miss your sense of urgency by doing it.
But because my Taurus gives it back,
right?
I'm on the other side, but because I get it on the other side, I still struggle with it. Like
and that's the thing. That's what I want to talk about too.
Listen, this is what your ass doing, and you need to stop.
And see, that's what I want to talk about because I think one of the problems is the ease to dish and the failure to receive. And I'm not saying that's you, I'm just saying like that's where, like, since we're talking about that, that's where the problem comes in. And it's like, it's easy for me to tell my partner, this nigga, when I'm on the outside and I see it, I can see it clear. I can see it clear as shit. I can see how you are. I'm like, yo, this is you. This is what I see when I deal with you. This is what you need to correct. I'm being honest with you, homie. I'm keeping it 100. And then when 60 days, 90 days come down the line, something, it reverts back to me. And then he's trying to tell me, and I'm not as receptive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm human. But I think what the problem is for me is people's inability to accept honesty. And I think that, as a people and everybody that's viewing, everybody that's hopefully going to comment, look at yourself in the mirror and just say, am I ready to receive honesty? I beg. See, a lot of people ask for things, but they don't really want it. Like people like me, keep it 100 with me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, yeah, you don't really want me to keep it 100.
You ain't ready for 100.
You want me? No, you're not.
75%.
You need, if that, because I mean, like when I give you the 100, I'm gonna give it to you. I don't have to give it to you like an asshole. Right. But I can tell you sometimes, to be honest with you, you can say something, don't matter how you say it, they still gonna take it how they gonna take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gotta say, man, you could be like, man, I'm just gonna tell you, man, in order for you to get better, what I had to do, you can include yourself. What I had to do when I was in your predicament. It's like, look at when I was in your predicament. This is what I did. This is what you need to do, my brother. And you can step back. And then they're gonna be like, man, who the fuck is you talking to? Malcolm X? Fuck out of here, man. So it's like, you don't. Yeah. It's like, and that's why I like to, I'm with y'all like that. Even at this age, in my 40s, looking at it, I think at this point, I only want to associate myself with people that's going to keep it real with me and that I can keep it real with. Because if you're telling me something, of course, I'm going to argue with you as far as, or debate, let me say that. I'm going to debate with you as far as what I believe and my thoughts about it. But I'm the type of self-aware person that I'm going to step back at some point and I'm going to look at the whole conversation again in retrospect and be like, okay. Yeah. So
I can accept and receive that.
Right. Yeah. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then you called up, you say you called up, and you should be able to call that person back and say, appreciate it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, that was good. That was good talk. Blah, blah, blah. I think that's another part of giving people their roses while they're still here. It's like when somebody give you some good information and help you with yourself and help you get better so that other people can, because sometimes what you need to do is, if you don't believe, do your research. Just like you Google online, use other people as your Google. That's all it is, research. So when one person, if Chris tell me, Will, this is how you are. All right, don't stop at Chris. Google with Sylvia and say, you know what I'm saying, Sylvia, you know what I'm saying? I can do a Google search and keep your research going and say, Sylvia, what you think about this and what you think about me? Peer to peer, man. You know what I'm saying? And so that way you get two perspectives. And if one person say one thing and one person say another thing, get you a third person to break the tie. You know what I'm saying? And find out where you need to help and get better for yourself, man, because people got to live with you. So yeah, I'm with you. So yeah, that's good stuff, man. Good stuff. I just think it was therapeutic. Yeah, just therapeutic, because I mean, I think that, and I didn't ask that for me, because again, I'm super self-aware, even though I have my moments where, like, I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna be super honest. Like, me and the wife was talking, and she was like, you know, you need to, you know, spend more time, because she know I got a lot of things going right now, like with the podcast, book, and school, and all of that stuff. Like, you know, you need to step your game up. Like, you losing a little bit of time with the fam. Like, you know, I want to see you too. Yeah. So I was like, you know, fuck out of here. You know what I'm doing. I'm in school. I'm trying to get us this money. Like, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? In the initial talk, you hit it with the game. Like, if you want, either you want a man that's gonna make money, or you want a man that's gonna be at home and not make it. But again, you sit back in your retrospect and you think about being self-aware and say, you know what? That's how she feels. So what you need to do is, in all the things that you do, make time for what.
Right.
Or try to include in those things.
Absolutely. So, you know what I'm saying? Even in doing this tonight, it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'll be gone for a couple of hours. I'll probably be up late because it's the weekend. Yo, we're gonna chill. So we get it in, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta figure out how to get it in and listen to when people telling you, you know, things that they see and things that they want out of you. It's easy to do. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. It's, you know.
But let me tie this into the podcast that I wasn't on. When you wife came to you and say, hey, I want to spend time with you, or she telling you how she feel, or what's bothering you ain't with the, well, when you got all this going on,
you said what now?
I'll come to you and say, well, when I want to spend time with you and you got all this going on, I don't do that. You see what I'm saying?
I actually did. But I'm just saying, though, in retrospect, I went back. That's not saying that shit.
But you didn't do it. Conversation that she had. That's all Alicia was saying.
What she was saying?
All Alicia was saying is, when I come to you and tell you what my issue is, don't give me my issue.
Oh, no, check this out. You petty. It all comes back. Yeah. So what happens is, this is what happened. In that conversation, it wouldn't be a reason for me to tell her what she's doing wrong. Even though I did tell her, I said, when you trying to do something, or if you trying to do something and you know what I'm doing, my response was more so I had a comeback. It just wasn't a boomerang.
Yeah.
At that time.
Hey, sometimes that boomerang be necessary.
That's what I'm saying, Chris.
Well, wait a minute. Even because you didn't have a boomerang, they gave you time to look at it in retrospect. Because if you had a boomerang, you'd be like, I ain't trying to hear that shit she talking about.
Even with the boomerang, the boomerang is automatic. The boomerang don't mean that you're not gonna still go back and look at it in retrospect.
But wait a minute, listen. But it allowed you to go back and think about what she was saying to you about why she felt like she felt. If you'd had a boomerang, you'd be like, I ain't hearing that shit. I ain't talking about. I don't want to hear that.
No, I did. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I did. That's what I'm telling you. The boomerang don't stop you from going back later and looking at the whole situation.
Yeah, I see what Will saying. He had to say it a few times. I see what he's saying.
Right. The boomerang is only just at this point in time.
He wasn't listening when she said it, but he went and took it back.
When you fucking, I heard you, but hold up though. Hey, nigga, don't act like you don't do it. The problem is, what I do is again, I'm self-aware. So, and I understand how people work, right? And people work a certain way. Like, at the end of the day, she wants what she wants done. If I care about your feelings, I'll go back and look at was your conversation legit, and was your gripe legit, and then say, okay, I can work on that, because I see where I went wrong.
Here's my thing. In the same conversation, okay, so in the same, because maybe I'm missing this part, or maybe I missed this part. In that conversation where she came to you and say, hey, you know, the fam want to see you some or whatever. Did you hit her back with, well, when you was doing whatever, I want to see you too?
On the slick. I mean, it wasn't as blatant as leaving your clothes on the floor and it's like, nigga, oh no, you ain't talking. Look at them motherfucking clothes. It wasn't as blatant and as, you know what I'm saying, a quick of a response as that, or a tick for tack like that. But it was a tick for tack in the sense of now when you was going to school, trying to do what you was doing, type of deal. It wasn't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like, you're right. What you saying?
Understand that you did this too, and I was in your same shoes.
Right.
That's what that is.
That doesn't. Even though like I could have been wrong. Right. I could have been wrong, but the thing about it is I still do that all the time. And if you're human and you care about a person, that's why I say if you don't argue with a person, you don't give a fuck about.
Right.
That's just a fact. And people are like, oh yeah, you know, I mean, we'll never argue. The nigga hate your ass. If he don't argue with you, he hates you. I promise you that.
It ain't worth arguing.
He hates your ass. Don't care about your opinion. You a fuck.
Like nigga, just whatever. Everything is whatever.
I don't care. Like I'm telling you.
Because if you care, you gonna say something.
Yeah, right. Because I care about what you feel, and I care about how you feel about how you think about what I feel. I care about all of that, and it matters. So I'm passionate about it. So we're gonna argue about it because I want you to see what I'm talking about.
Right.
Nigga.
Wait, you have to look at the camera like that?
Hey, that's that sincerity right there, man.
See that, bro?
He felt it. He felt that shit.
Right.
On his shoulders.
Right, that's that. You feel it.
Yeah. So I mean, but like, you know, that's all it is. It's like, you know, I understand life, man. I'm old, and so some shit come easy. Some shit I'm gonna still be me because I'm me. I'm human. I'm not gonna be me, but I understand how this shit works. Like some shit is simple resolve. It's just flat out. What is it called? Selfish plug. That's in the book too. So anyway, but no, that was some good stuff, man. That's all I have for today. I put out a lot of my good surprise topics for this.
Yeah, it was all good.
Yeah, so
let it out for real.
Right. And so the next time, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Keep watching the shows. We're getting our views up on YouTube. We're gonna start trying to figure out how we can put them on IG so y'all can follow us _ the let out _ on IG. Look for the let out 12 on YouTube and comment on those videos and let us know what you think. We want to get this thing moving and keep entertaining you guys. So
let us know your thoughts on this and how you feel about the topics that we've discussed tonight, what your opinions are. We would love to hear from you. And also drop in the comments some things that y'all want us to talk about. Y'all want us to
There you go.
Yeah, do that. And also, as a reminder, don't forget about our combination giveaway with shop 7727.
Wait a minute, honey. Don't botch my stuff.
What is it? Shop, that's what I'm saying. Shop 727. Okay.
Yeah, Major Key Marketing. That's my Taurus. That's our business. She get you right with your logos and all that kind of stuff.
She did our logos. So that let out thing that you see. What is it? Major Key. Major Key did that. So if you like what you see on that logo and you need something to get your business started,
she even did things.
What's that? Tay Gang. Tay Gang affiliate. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool beans. All right.
Did this too, so yeah.
All right. So that's all gonna do it for today. And we appreciate your time. I had an awesome time with everybody. That's another episode of the Let Out.
Until next time, y'all.
All right. Bye, team.
Bye.
Every time I pull up at the Let Out, it's a spectacle.